Hi there, how are you team? It's Darren here. Just wanted to check in with you today because it's really important to do a bit of a follow-up after our amazing session at the Commodore Hotel. Hey, it was really cool to have you there, and I know this topic is so important, so congratulations for all those that have done so much work since the session. I just wanted to remind you of being the CEO of your business, because when I talk to salespeople, often they get stuck in that salesperson's job. But what I want you to be thinking about today is making sure that you're being the CEO of your business, to make sure that you're getting these key components in place for your listing presentation. Now, in the session, we talked about how important the listing presentation is and how it's important to keep improving it over time. So I just want to make sure that you have done the work from the session and put some key components in place, because we know how important it is to really represent us in the best way possible to give customers the best insight and why they should choose us as their agent. So what I want you to be thinking about is what you've implemented since the session. And I know you've gone back to your busy worlds and got lots of work going on, but what I want you to think about as CEO of your business is, have you actually made those changes in the listing presentation? So what I wanted to remind you of today is making sure there's some key components that you've done. Now, number one, I've heard it from a lot of people already, is about making sure you've got an agenda for your presentation. So I'm hoping that every single person has now got their own clear agenda of how they present their listing presentation, just making sure we put price and commission towards the bottom of that agenda. We also make sure that we've got some key questions in there that we know we're going to ask the same key questions, so we know what the answers are likely to be and what our follow-up is going to be as well. And then the last thing that I just want you to check, CEOs, is has your sales team really got that closing piece at the end of the presentation? This is where you ask the customer, do you really want to use me as your agent? Am I the person that's going to get you the best result? And great confidence around that, because that closing piece at the end of a presentation is not just important, it's critical in improving your success. So what I want you to be thinking about right now, CEOs, is, have I made sure that the agenda's in place? Have I got key questions? Have I got a really tight closing to make sure that that's in place? So that I know that from the session you've taken your presentation a big step forward. Now, if you haven't, or you're still struggling with it a little bit, I still want to remind you of the offer that I've got in place. Now, I do this all the time where I help salespeople with their individual listing presentations. It takes about an hour and a half. We work through the presentation, giving you good, clear documentation, but also scripting that goes with it. And I really want you to come away with the absolute best possible presentation. So this costs $795 plus GST, so $795. And the whole idea of this is to make sure that you've got the support to really up level your presentation. Now, I've got a few people that have already said, hey, can we lock it in, which is great, but I just wanted to ask you whether you'd be keen to do it, because I really know that the more people that I do with this piece of work with, the better their presentations are and the more success they have. And when you consider the amount of reward that you get from doing this presentation well, this cost of $795 is actually really cheap in taking your presentation to a very high level. So I've put in the email link today, just the link to my website where you can book it in. It's a special code there for the Four Seasons team, bringing it down to $795. I want you to be there. I want you to do it. And looking forward to those people that have already booked in. So please, to finish off today, I just want you to think two things. Number one is make sure that you're being the CEO of your business and driving your sales department to get those important components done. And lastly, just make sure that you're saving yourself the most amount of time, because time is critical right now. We're coming into that spring-summer period, which is our selling period. The market is still providing us great opportunities, but we've got to be very active. So I just want to encourage you with that today. If there's any help that you need, please don't hesitate to reach out. It's really important for me to be able to provide that ongoing support to the clients that I work with. So thank you so much for today. Hope that presentation is going well. Looking forward to catching up with those that have locked in. And if you're interested, please don't hesitate. I'm really keen to work with you. See you real soon.